Good morning, good morning. My name is Haze Joseph. I'm a student at the BRCC. I'm about to have this interview with my father-in-law. His name is Adrian Greedy. Adrian Greed.
Aaron Guidry.
Aaron Guidry. Guidry, my bad. And he was born at 11/21, 1952. And I have some questions here where he's gonna give you uh, a summary of his experience in the military. So, Mr. Gary, which is also my father-in-law, I'd like to ask you what branch or your rank that you were serving at the time.
I joined the United States Marine Corps August 1970, and the rank when I was discharged was Staff Sergeant E6.
Okay. All right. So let me ask. So how old were you at the time?
I was fresh out of high school. I joined the Marine Corps at 17.
Okay. Were you uh let me see. Why did you join the military?
We didn't have a lot of jobs where I was, and I didn't want to get in trouble, go to jail or go to the pen. So I asked all my friends to come with me.
Okay.
Nobody wanted to come, so I went by myself.
Okay. So you tell me. So do you remember how it feel like that first day when you had got in service?
Hell yeah, it felt good. I felt proud being a Marine.
Okay. Were you married at the time when you were at war?
No, I wasn't married. Not at 17. I was by myself.
Okay. Um, so what was some of your hobbies or your personal interests when you was in training at the time?
Well, boot camp was rough. It was very challenging, and I tried to be the best I could be. After boot camp, you know, that's the only time they call you Marine once you graduate. And my MOS, that's your military occupational skills, logistics, 0441. I did a lot of office work.
Okay. Mm. So in my question as far as like when you had got drafted, wherever, do you know exactly where did you go?
I didn't get drafted. I joined. Boot camp was in San Diego, California. After boot camp, I had MOS training in Del Mar, California. After that, I went to North Carolina, 1970. North Carolina. I went to California. California. I went to Okinawa, Japan. While in Okinawa, Japan, I went to Hawaii. And while I was at Hawaii, I came within 72 hours of going to Vietnam, but it was called off. I always believed I'd have made it, but every now and then I thank God I didn't go.
Okay. So in your experience there, can you tell me what was the food like, or did they have any plenty of supplies or what?
Food was damn good. I love that food, especially when I was in North Carolina. I used to get 4 eggs over medium with shit on the shingle. That's ground meat in a white gravy. I used to love it.
Okay.
We ate good.
So in your times when you was being in the military, I know you was far from your friends and family. So how did people entertain themselves?
Oh, well, we got together with the fellas. You had we made friends, went out together, partied with the women, you know, enjoyed our job. We look forward to getting our work so we can go out and party.
Okay, so at the time you was having some relaxation, wherever you were the entertainer, or you had someone else who had been the forerunner with you.
I was the entertainer. Just about everybody had their own personality. We got along good, man.
Okay.
We had different guys from all over the United States, you know.
So in the time when you was training, did you had experience when they had the war, like the Vietnam War? Were you was there as a witness, or were you or how should I say, what area you were at the time when they had the war? What was going on?
I didn't go to Vietnam. I was in the military during the Vietnam era, but I didn't have the opportunity to go. I know a lot of people that went, some that didn't come back, some that it affected even till today. You know, but it was a total experience.
Okay, that's what's so. Were you ever being scared or fearful when you was in the military?
Um, Not really, because you're trying to portray that image. You know, you want to be a Marine. You're supposed to be tough. So if I was scared, it didn't show.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's scared at some point in life, you know. But you're supposed to be a Marine.
At the time you in there, they give you assigned specific duty, or I guess you could give me a general idea of what was your daily routine like from a day-to-day basis.
your your occupation at school determines what kind of work you was gonna do. You mean your MOS? That stands for military occupational skills. Mine was logistics, and my secondary was embarkation. And I did a lot of clerical work as in logistics. They used to call us the bullet bean and bandages. If we were going to war, we had to find a ship, how much ammunition to hold however many men, and sea ration, whatever we needed. My job was to make sure we had that. That was my job.
Okay. So I would say, so based on your explanation that you had, it was a good adventure as far as when you was in there. So my another question is, did you ever experience flashbacks?
Hell yeah. Flashback, I wish I can go back where I was as a civilian. I went to quite a few places from coming from a little small town in Louisiana. And I wish that I can go back to visit some of the places I went.
Okay.
I really enjoyed myself, especially Hawaii. It was one prejudiced place, but it's beautiful.
Okay. So the time that you was in there at the time, I know maybe you have made some friends, or what? Did you had any close friends during the war at the time that you had keep in touch, and they had lost, been died from the war? Do you know of any such?
Well, actually, it's boot camp. You never lose that camaraderie with the guys that you graduated boot camp with. I still remember them, but I haven't contacted them in years. But it's one Stanley Estes in Los Angeles, California. He's still around.
Okay.
Me and him was tight.
Okay, that's good. Did you benefit from the GI Bill?
You damn skippy. Every month.
Okay.
But I've never used my GI Bill, but I've used some of my I went to school for a minute, but I haven't used my GI Bill to buy a house yet, you know.
Okay.
But I still have all the benefits from my health insurance and all that. The VA, they look out for us, man.
Okay, that's good.
I don't regret it one bit.
All right. So, what's your biggest challenge that you ever experienced during the war or during the time you was in the military? Biggest challenge?
I guess getting my mind ready if I did go. You gotta prepare yourself mentally.
Okay.
You know, that was a challenge. So some of the guys were scared. But well, we didn't go.
Okay. So after the being in there, and you had came back home, how it was, is it was easy for you to readjust it, or do you had any issues as far as being in the society, you know?
No, it was all right. Matter of fact, I was talking when working offshore. You know, I guess it depends on that person. If you as an individual, is what you want out of life. You know, that makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't no problem.
Okay.
And just like you said, work is gonna find work.
Let me see. So, I guess did you had a good relationship with your commanding officer
Oh
at the
yeah,
time?
everywhere I went. Oh yeah, I love my personality. I did my job, man. And I was good at it. So I never had a problem.
Okay. I know based on the information you give me, I know you have been to Japan, you have been to other different places. So, you told me that you had made some friends. You still have some close friends that you still keep in contact.
I wish I could contact the bird. I wish I could go back to Okinawa, Japan. And I love the tailoring they do out there, man. They make some beautiful clothes, man.
Okay.
Oh yeah, women, Japan, Hawaii, Philippines. Oh yeah, I enjoyed myself. Praise God.
Did you witness any racism or any torture or treatment that you feel that had needed to be scrutinized or
Let
what?
me tell you something. The most prejudiced duty station I had was in Hawaii. Hawaii, the locals, they'll let you know if they don't like you. If some don't like no nationality,
Okay.
some okay, but I found Hawaii to be very prejudiced.
Okay. And did it put a little obstacle in your vision, or I guess you was strong enough where like you could have overcome it and just move on.
I uh I saw it close up. Uh, I remember one time this white military guy, he got messed up with some prostitutes, and the policeman asked me, did I know what happened? And I said, man, I don't know what the hell happened to him. I was acting all bad. The next thing I knew, they grabbed me by the chest and threw me in the corner. I said, man, let me tell you what happened. Oh yeah, but it was okay. It was okay.
Okay. So let me see. I don't know if I'd ask you this question, but I guess I can ask it. My question is, do you have any regrets?
No, I don't have any regrets, but I have one more. I witnessed an incident in Hawaii. The same night Muhammad Ali got his jaw broke by Ken Norton.
Okay.
There was a black guy in the club called, the name of the club was the Lemon Tree. And this black guy had his head down, almost in his lap. He was drunk. The guy that worked there, Big Samoanian, he grabbed the back of the guy's chair. This in Waikiki, across the street is the beach. He grabbed the guy's chair, drugged it out the club, and he dumped this black guy on the sidewalk and brought his chair back in the club, man.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. I'll never forget that.
So by the experience you got and the benefits that I'm looking at as far as like the young people, if you were supposed to,
I'll do it again.
okay, let's say if a young person is coming up, a young guy is coming up, and maybe he want to go to the military, but maybe he is nervous or whatever. What's some of the advice or a sense of direction that you can give that individual so they can have a better understanding?
The military, man, your living is free. You don't have to pay room and board. They feed you every day. You get paid. You travel. your medical and all that is paid. Even right now with my benefits, go to the VA, they take care of you while you're in and when you get out. You can't beat it, man. Just like, you're fortunate to have a disability. You get a check every month.
Okay.
Shit, man. If I had to do it again, I'd do it again.
You'll do it again. Okay. So I guess it's been about 15 minutes now, and I'd like to ask you one more question. So, is there anything you would like to add that we have not covered in this interview that you would like to share?
I'd like to go back to Hawaii, Philippines, and Okinawa.
Well, there you got it. This is my father-in-law here. He's in the military, and
I'm still a Marine.
And he's still is a Marine. He's still strong, looking good, and everything. And thank you for your.
Oh, by the way, I stayed from 1970 to 1978.
All right. All right. So thank you. So this session here is over, and thank you very much.
Roo-rah!